Namaste everyone. Welcome back children. Children, before I disclose the today's topic with you all, I want all of you to recall few characteristics of living beings with me. We know that living beings, they breathe, they need food, they show movement and they reproduce. And we human beings are also living beings. And now the question is, what happens to the air that we breathe in? What happens to the food that we eat? What makes us stand straight? Or what helps in movement? So, we'll try to answer many such questions in today's video through our chapter Human Body, wherein we'll talk about various organ systems, functions of these organ systems, and how they help in proper functioning of our body. So, let us take up our topic organ systems. Children, let us see what all we are going to cover under this heading. So first of all, we'll talk about cell, which is a building block of our body. And then as I told you, we'll talk about various organ systems like skeletal system, muscular system, digestive system, respiratory system, nervous system, circulatory system, excretory system, or reproductive system. And in this video session, we'll talk about various organ systems, and in our next video, we'll talk about the importance of rest, exercise, and importance of correct posture when we are standing, walking, or sitting. So now let us understand what is our body made up of. So our body is made up of very small parts called cells. Cell multiplies to make tissue. Many different tissues make up an organ, and a group of organs form an organism. Now here you have four new terms: the cell, the tissue, the organ, and the organism. So let us try to understand with the help of this diagram. So this is the cell. So cell, as I told you, it is the smallest part of the body, and basically our body is made up of many such cells. So what happens is cells, they divide and then they grow in size and they form tissue. So as you can say, the tissue is made up of many cells grouped together. Now many different tissues, they also group together to form an organ. Now what is an organ? Here I'll give you the example of this organ. This is a picture of stomach, right? So your stomach is your organ, and now you should know that your stomach is made up of many types of tissues. And for example, here we have taken the example of stomach, but say for example, your heart is another organ, your lungs are another organs, right? So basically many tissues, they combine to form organ, so that an organ performs a specific function for the body. Now many organs, they come together to perform a particular function in our body, right? And that is called the organ system. Now here I have taken the case of digestive system. When we talk about digestive system, we know it has something to do with the digestion of food in our body. So as you can see here, here are many organs, they have come together to form one organ system. Here in this case, this is the digestive system, but there are many organ systems in our body, and many such organ system, they come together to form an organism. And who is an organism? An organism is a living being, right? So now let us know what all organ systems are there in our body. So first of all, human body is made up of many organs, and group of organs work together to form an organ system. Each organ system of our body carries out a particular function. Now, let us talk about various organ systems one by one and their function. So, if we talk about skeletal system, as you can see here, these are bones over here, right? So, basically, your skeletal, it gives shape, support, and form to your body, and it helps you to stand straight. Then we have muscular system. So these bones are joined with muscles, and muscles help in the movement of our body. Then we have digestive system, and as I told you, digestive system basically it makes the food in the body ready so that the body can absorb it. And then we have respiratory system. This is also called breathing system, right? And which helps us in breathing. And then we have circulatory system, as the name suggests. So it makes something circulate all over the body. And what is that? That is blood, right? And then we have the excretory system. Excretory system basically helps in the removal of waste from our body. That means those products which are formed in our body but are not required by the body are to be thrown out. So that makes our excretory system. So now children, let us talk about these systems one by one. So first of all, we'll take up the skeletal system. So bones in our body form our skeletal system, and there are 206 bones in an adult body. The structure formed by these bones is called a skeleton. So the structure that you can see here is the skeleton. And let us see what are the functions of skeletal system. It gives shape and support to our body. As I told you, we are able to stand straight or erect because of skeletal system. Had skeletal system been not there, then our body would have been soft and shapeless, and we would have not been able to stand erect. Then it protects internal organs from injury. So I'll give you the example. You know, this is the place for our brain, right? So our brain is protected inside this skull. And if you can see this structure over here, this is called the rib cage. And the rib cage protects the heart and the lungs, which are soft organs inside your body. And you know, our spinal cord, it is protected inside this spine. You can see here that it starts from the basically just below your head, and then it moves down till your back. This protects the spinal cord. We'll read about spinal cord in nervous system, but here you should know that this is called spine, and spine, it protects the spinal cord. And then it helps in the movement of our body. As I told you that muscles are attached to the bones, and together they help in the movement. So let us take up the muscular system now. As the name suggests, it is made up of muscles, right? So muscles of our body form our muscular system. There are more than 600 muscles in our body. And if we talk about the functions of muscular system, so we know that it works along with the bones to help us move, and it also gives shape to our body. So children, with this let us move on to the digestive system. So organs that help in digestion of food form digestive system. So first of all, we should know what is digestion. Digestion is basically the process of breaking food into simple substances that can be used by our body. That means the food that you eat, those big chunks that you eat, no, they are to be broken down into small pieces so that your body can absorb it, because your body cannot absorb those big bites, right? So let us see how this process happens. So first of all, the food is chewed in the mouth. We know that teeth, they chew the food into small particles. Then it moves through the food pipe to stomach. So that means after the food is chewed properly, it becomes soft, then it is swallowed and it enters the food pipe. And from food pipe, it enters the stomach, right? And if we talk about stomach, it breaks down the food into simpler form so that our body can use it. So here you should know that your stomach is a hollow muscular bag like structure, no? And what happens is that it also releases some digestive juices. So it churns the food further, it makes it into fine paste so that the body can absorb it. Now where does it gets absorbed? From stomach the food moves to the intestines, as you can see here. This is the small intestine and this is the large intestine. So after it is churned properly in the stomach, it goes to the intestine, and here the food is absorbed by the walls of the intestine. And then what happens to the undigested food? The undigested food, it enters the large intestine and then finally it is removed from the body through anus. So that was about digestive system, and now let us talk about the respiratory system. So first of all, we should know what all organs are involved in respiratory system. So we have the nose, windpipe and the lungs. Now the air that we breathe in is called inhaled air, and air that we breathe out is called exhaled air. That means we inhale oxygen and we exhale carbon dioxide. So basically when you breathe in, the air enters the windpipe and then it goes to our lungs. So children, with this let us move on to the next system, and that is nervous system. Brain, spinal cord and nerves, they form the nervous system. And if we talk about the brain, so this is the position of your brain and it controls the whole body and tells it what to do. That is, all the actions of the body are controlled by the brain. And that means our brain makes us think, remember, learn, and do many activities which we are not even aware of, like our breathing, our lung movement, our heart beating, or digestion of foods. So all these activities are going on inside our body which we do not even pay attention to, right? So then we have the next organ, that is spinal cord. So let us understand what is a spinal cord. Spinal cord is long tube-like structure that begins from the end of the brain and continues down almost to the bottom of the spine. It consists of a bundle of nerves. So that means this is your spine. So basically your spine is bundle of nerves, but it is a tube-like structure and it starts from the end of the brain and then it continues down to the spine, as I talked about spine in the skeletal system also. So that means this bundle of nerves, it is protected by the spine. So now let us see what is the function of this bundle of nerves. The nerves receive information from the brain and pass it to the muscles and various organs of the body. That means what all information the brain has sent to the all the parts of the body, these are sent by the nerves. So nerves, they carry commands of brain to all the parts of the body. But nerves also carry messages from the body parts back to the brain. How do they do that? Through our sense organs. We know that our sense organs, they help us feel changes around us. Therefore, nerves collect all the information from the sense organs. And what are those 5 sense organs? Your ear, nose, tongue or skin, right? And they pass this information to the brain, and then brain sends the message to our muscles and various other parts of the body about how to react to the situation. Now let us try to understand it with the help of an example. Say for example, you happen to see a snake in the garden. Then now you are seeing at the snake, so the nerves present in your eyes, they will send this snake message to the brain. So the brain will process this information and it will come to know that there is a danger, and it will send the message to the muscles of your legs to run away from there. And how is brain sending this message to the muscles? Again through the nerves. So basically the nervous system, it is establishing a connection between your body and your brain. So children, with this, let us move on to the another interesting system, and that is circulatory system. And as the name suggests, circulatory, something is circulating in our body throughout, and that is blood. So that means this system has something to do with the heart, blood and blood vessels. So if we talk about heart, we know our heart pumps blood to all parts of the body, and the pumped blood is carried to other parts of the body by thin tubes called blood vessels. So as you can see here, this is the heart and these are the blood vessels which help in circulation of blood. Now, what is circulating in the blood? The blood carries nutrients and oxygen to different parts of the body, so that every cell, each and every cell of your body gets the nutrition as well as the oxygen, because we know the cell is the smallest living unit in our body. So children, with this we'll move on to the next interesting system, and that is excretory system. Now you should know, whenever we talk about excretion, that means it has something to do with the removal of waste from our body. So the organs that remove waste from our body make up our excretory system. As you can see here, this excretory system consists of the kidney, the urinary bladder and the urethra. So the kidneys, they remove waste from the blood and form urine. That means they filter urine from blood, and this urine is passed to the urinary bladder. The urine then gets stored in urinary bladder, and it is finally removed from our body through urethra. So that means children, when we say that my bladder is full, no, and I need to go to the washroom. So what does that means? We are referring to this bladder, no? So when your bladder gets filled with urine, then you need to go to the washroom to remove that extra waste from your body. And children, as I told you, whenever we talk about excretion, that means removal of waste from our body. So there are some more organs that help in removal of waste of our body, which are not directly connected to this excretory system, but their function is also to remove the waste, and these are the lungs. Lungs remove carbon dioxide from our body, because we know carbon dioxide a waste product in our body. And our skin removes sweat from our body. And what is a sweat? Sweat is basically the extra water and extra salt in our body. So lungs and skin, they are also organs of excretion. With this, let us move on to our last organ system, and that is reproductive system. And simply we should know that reproductive system helps to produce babies or young ones. And now let us move on to the keywords. So what is a cell? We know these are building blocks of a living body, and digestion is the process of breaking food into simpler substances that can be used by our body. And blood vessels are thin tubes inside the body through which blood flows to different parts. And now let us move on to the think and answer section, and our expected questions are: define cell, tissue, organ system. Describe skeletal system. Explain digestive system. Describe nervous system, and how does excretory system work. So I hope after this video session you are able to answer all these questions. But if you have doubts, you may refer to video slides as mentioned here. So children, that was all about the different organ systems in human body and about their functions. And in our next video, we'll talk about the importance of rest, exercise, and correct posture for our body. So with this, thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and take care of yourselves.